Welcome to Farming Aid. Have you ever heard of a cow breed that helped build America, then almost vanished without a trace? Meet the Randall Lineback, one of the rarest and most beautiful heritage cattle breeds in the world. With their eye-catching markings and rich history dating back to early New England settlers, these cattle once powered small farms with their milk, meat, and muscle. But as industrial agriculture took over, the Randall Lineback faded into obscurity, almost lost forever. In this video, we're digging deep into the incredible story of this forgotten farm treasure. From their historic roots and near extinction to their surprising comeback, we'll uncover why the Randall Lineback is more than just a cow. It's a living legacy of America's agricultural past. Whether you're a farmer, a history buff, or just love rare animals, this is one breed you won't want to miss. Let's get started. The story of the Randall Lineback begins over 2 centuries ago, during the formation of the United States itself. These cattle are descendants of traditional European breeds brought over by early settlers in the 1600s. Over time, isolated on the rugged farms of New England, they adapted, evolved, and developed into a unique landrace, an organically developed breed tailored by nature and necessity rather than by design. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, the Randall Lineback was a common sight across homesteads in Vermont and surrounding areas. They were the ultimate triple-purpose cow, hardy and self-sufficient, capable of producing rich milk, flavorful beef, and enough strength to haul timber or plow rocky fields. The Linebacks were the dependable companions of farmers who couldn't afford to keep separate animals for each job. In many ways, these cattle were the backbone of early American subsistence farming, shaping rural life in New England and beyond. Despite their resilience and versatility, the Randall Linebacks faced a sharp decline in the 20th century. As agriculture shifted toward mechanization and specialization, old-fashioned triple-purpose breeds were no longer deemed efficient. Dairy farms favored Holsteins for their record milk output. Beef operations turned to Angus, Hereford, and Charolais for faster growth and marbling. Draft animals were replaced by tractors and machines. The Randall Lineback, a symbol of old-world farming, was pushed aside. By the 1980s, they had all but disappeared, and many believed the breed was extinct, just another footnote in the long history of forgotten livestock. But then came a miracle. On a small hill farm in Vermont, the last known herd of Randall Linebacks was discovered, still tended by the Randall family who had maintained these animals since the early 1900s. Their farm was remote, their practices traditional, and their dedication to the breed unwavering. The Randall family's herd, largely isolated from outside genetics, had remained remarkably pure. When breed conservationists learned of their existence, a wave of excitement spread through the agricultural community. This wasn't just a rare breed, it was a living relic. Thanks to the efforts of preservationists and the formation of the Randall Cattle Registry, this once-lost breed was given a second chance. Today, the Randall Lineback is recognized by organizations like the Livestock Conservancy as a critically endangered heritage breed. With fewer than 1,000 registered individuals in existence, every calf born is a small victory against extinction. Breeders across the United States have begun to work together to preserve the breed's genetic diversity and expand its presence on sustainable farms. Their goal is not just to maintain the Randall Lineback as a museum piece, but to reintroduce it as a functional and productive component of modern regenerative agriculture. After all, this breed was shaped by the demands of real farm life. There's no reason it can't thrive again in today's climate-conscious farming systems. One of the Randall Lineback's greatest strengths is its hardiness. Raised in the harsh, mountainous regions of Vermont, these cattle developed strong immune systems, excellent foraging instincts, and a rugged constitution. They thrive on pasture, even poor-quality forage that would challenge modern high-input breeds. Their hives are tough, and their body condition holds through winter with minimal grain supplementation. In an era where sustainable and low-input farming is gaining traction, the Randall Lineback offers a rare combination of historical authenticity and practical utility. They're not fragile boutique animals, they're survivors, shaped by the land and capable of thriving with minimal intervention. Their temperament is another asset. While they can be protective of their young, as any good mother should be, Randall Linebacks are generally docile and calm. Farmers report that they're intelligent, easy to handle, and adapt well to small farm environments. The cows are excellent mothers, calving without assistance and raising healthy calves with rich, nutritious milk. In fact, many homesteaders and artisan cheese makers are rediscovering the value of Randall milk. Though they don't produce as much volume as Holsteins or Jerseys, their milk is high in butterfat and protein, ideal for small batch cheeses, yogurts, and even raw milk sales. In a niche market, this quality over quantity approach makes the Randall Lineback an attractive option. Their meat also carries a unique value. Randall Lineback beef is leaner than conventional breeds but rich in flavor, with a fine texture and a depth that's hard to replicate in commodity beef. Because they're slow maturing compared to commercial breeds, the meat has time to develop character, much like heritage pork or pasture-raised poultry. Gourmet butchers and farm-to-table restaurants have taken notice. For farms aiming to sell directly to consumers or chefs, the Randall offers a story and a taste experience that modern breeds simply can't match. It's not just beef, it's a bite of history. Yet perhaps the most compelling reason to preserve and promote the Randall Lineback lies in its symbolism. In an age where agriculture is dominated by monocultures, genetic uniformity, and factory-scale efficiency, the Randall represents something deeply human. It tells the story of small family farms, of survival through harsh winters and lean years, of a time when every animal on the farm had a name and a purpose. It embodies the idea that farming isn't just about output, it's about resilience, relationship, and respect for the land. By choosing to raise Randall Linebacks, modern farmers are not just producing food, they're participating in a living tradition, keeping alive a breed that nearly disappeared into the shadows of history. Still, challenges remain. Because the population is so small, genetic bottlenecks are a real concern. Breeders must be thoughtful in their pairings to ensure long-term viability. The breed also suffers from limited public awareness. Outside of heritage breed circles and niche livestock expos, few Americans have ever heard of the Randall Lineback. Increasing exposure through documentaries, farm tours, social media, and YouTube videos like this one is essential. If more people knew about these incredible cattle, demand would grow not just from farmers, but from consumers eager to support conservation through their food choices. The future of the Randall Lineback depends on vision, passion, and grassroots commitment. Fortunately, there are dedicated breeders and organizations working tirelessly to ensure this breed's survival. In recent years, Randall Linebacks have appeared at agricultural fairs, permaculture farms, school programs, and even ecotourism destinations. Their story is being told, their presence celebrated. Every new calf is not just a number, it's a step forward in the journey to bring this breed back from the brink. And for those who choose to raise them, the reward is not only practical but profoundly meaningful. It's a chance to be part of something bigger, to become stewards of a living legacy. As consumers grow more conscious of where their food comes from, and as climate resilience becomes a central concern in agriculture, the Randall Lineback offers a model worth studying. It's a reminder that the past still holds solutions for the future. Breeds like this are not relics, they are resources. They carry genes and traits that commercial agriculture may desperately need in the coming decades. Their ability to thrive in marginal conditions, to produce multiple products on diverse farms, and to connect emotionally with farmers and consumers alike makes them powerful ambassadors for a better kind of farming. So the next time you think about cattle, don't just picture the iconic black and white Holstein or the beefy Angus bull. Picture the Randall Lineback, white-bodied, streaked with dark markings like brush strokes across a canvas, standing proudly in a green New England pasture. Remember the families who depended on them, the winters they weathered together, the milk and meat they shared. Remember that America's agricultural heritage isn't found only in museums, it's alive in fields and barns, in breeds like the Randall, waiting for us to recognize their value once again. The Randall Lineback isn't just a rare cattle breed, it's a powerful reminder of our roots, our resilience, and the rich agricultural legacy that helped shape America. These striking animals once fed families, plowed fields, and sustained farms across New England, and today, they stand as a symbol of what we nearly lost to modern convenience. But thanks to passionate farmers, conservationists, and people like you who care about preserving history, the Randall Lineback is slowly finding its place once again. By supporting heritage breeds, we're not just protecting genetic diversity, we're telling the world that the past still has value in shaping a better, more sustainable future. So whether you're dreaming of raising these majestic cattle or just spreading the word about their story, you're helping keep this living treasure alive. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about rare breeds, farming traditions, and the incredible animals that shaped our world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.